What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Aftersound here, bringing you Splinterlands content every single day. We also stream right here on this channel every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday morning, so come by and say hello. All right, we're getting little bits and pieces of Land Alpha dropping every day. Here is another one from Farpetrod that was posted last night in the Land Expansion Discord channel. So let me just read this out to you, okay? So, by decree of your war chief, in order to fund the war, all keeps will be subject to their castle's taxes. So all keeps tax claims will be subject to the same tax collection as working plots, 10%. So this tax goes to a special pool for the castle. So when they claim taxes, they pull from all region tract tax pools as well as their own tax pool. So this will result in slightly more income for castles and give incentive to keep owners to push for castles to be upgraded and reduce the tax rate income for 2.0. As always, any tax that the keep or castle cannot capture from their PP will be burned. This goes for grain, research tokens, SPS, as well as all future resources. And then he goes on to say there are a lot of new developments on the horizon for you keep holders, which will add value to your keep and the tracks they are in. So there's changes, once again, because in the white paper, the way that it's broken down is 10% of all, non-keep or castle plots will be taxed. And then keeps are eligible to get 5% of those taxes, and castles are eligible to get 2%. But keep in mind, castles have access to, 10x more of the plots available to them than keeps do. So in this way, now keeps are joining the tax pool that goes up to castles. And like I said, as I'll be honest, like as a keep owner, not the biggest fan of this change. Although I am curious to see a couple of things. One, he's talking about new developments on the horizon for keep holders. I don't know if that's going to be in 1.5. I highly doubt it, although we've seen some massive changes already. So maybe it's not a 1.5, maybe it's not a 2.0 thing, but somewhere in between. And then once we get to 2.0, the second thing here is what is it going to look like in order to upgrade the castles? Like how, and I'm all for a collaboration, right? I'm all for making land this kind of like sub community. I'm excited about Area 51 and having fun with all the people in there, but I'm curious to see how it's going to work in terms of actually reducing the tax rate. And keep in mind, when if we're going to get this by the end of August, it will be at least 4 to 7 months until we get Land 2.0, as that is slated right now for Q1 of next year. So it's not the biggest change in the world. This isn't going to affect a ton of people. In fact, the only reason I'm bringing it up is because it affects me. But for others who own keeps out there, and I know that there are actually a couple others who watch the channel, I thought it was worth mentioning just because this is a significant change to the white paper. And what's interesting is people brought up the whole why are changes like these not being voted on? And I'm not saying that in my case, right? I'm just saying that there was a lot of discussion afterwards on how this is all going to work, and so or how this is all going to work and what is eligible to be voted on versus not. And here's the truth: nothing is eligible to be voted on unless it's SPS related. So at this point, I understand the team has they're reserving the right. Everything is subject to change. So I'm gonna. It stings a little bit, but I'm going to hold out some faith here that the upcoming changes for keeps, whether I have to wait until 2.0 or beyond, are going to be worthwhile. But curious to get your thoughts on this. If this changes your mind, if you have a keep or are planning to get a keep. Again, it's 10%, and I don't even know how much a keep is going to be able to realistically pull in. All of it really depends on how active and how productive their tracks are, right? And same goes for castles, just at a level up. One other thing here that I think is important to note is that you will not get, and this is later on, but I don't know if I'll be able to find it right now. So you basically, if people don't claim, so if people become inactive in your tract or in your region, whatever it is, and they don't claim, unclaimed does not mean it's taxed. So until people claim it, that is the only time that you'll be able to collect taxes as a keep owner and then as a castle owner. So that was something new that I learned as well. If that was in the white paper and I missed it, I apologize, but that was clarified here in the land expansion channel by Farpetrod. So just going to leave that with you guys. Short and sweet update here. We are still waiting for land 1.5 access on the Mav server, but hopefully it'll come sooner rather than later. We'll be able to start playing around with it. Let me know how your land strategy is going, what you're excited about, and how you feel about the changes here. Otherwise, I'll catch you all in the next video and see you around the game. Take care.